told her, what's the point of getting drunk if I can't even get in the car afterwards? You know what I'm saying? Oh, shit. Hi, I'm Siri, and I want a game room tour. While I'm making some scripts for these upcoming videos, let's do a little game room tour, because I ain't got shit else going on. So when we walk in the room, I use these little Walmart organizers, these little shoe organizers from Walmart to hold all the controllers and the cables. No, these are not all of the controllers. There's more over there. We'll get to it. Don't pan over. We've also got some of these canvases, handmade by SO. Nobody else. I didn't buy them. I didn't buy them off of eBay. Okay, I didn't steal them from a GameStop. I didn't steal it from GameStop in 2021. We've got some other memorabilia. This is kind of just like the general, just whatever area, because I didn't have enough room to put all of this stuff in all of this area, so I put it over here. If we move over, we got some Hot Wheels to the top. I was going to do something way different with those, but I ended up just doing that instead. We've got this indoor Jesus Christ. We've got this indoor basketball hoop that I got back when it came out, when Dick's was like really pushing these, like 2010 or 2011 or whatever, the same one. If we open the closet, oh yeah. Oh yeah! I saw this closet as an opportunity to put a CRT in here and a bunch of other nonsense, like this Sega CD box and the Super Scope. Most of my retro consoles on it, not all of them, but it's got 2 S-video ports and 1 component, and it's got some banging speakers. So if you come over here, you'll notice there's not a lot of stuff going on over here. You might be like, don't dox us. Don't dox where we live. So if you notice that there's not a whole lot of stuff going on over here, it's because my cat's coming. He's got a big tree, a big cat tree that's gonna go right there. And then this litter box looks like a piece of furniture, so I'm gonna put it right here. This is a poster that I accidentally stole from Walmart a couple years ago. Doesn't matter, don't ask. This is where the other window is. I'm gonna put another CRT here to put the TurboGrafx, the Master System, Atari 2600 and 7800. But if you notice, there's not a CRT there. So recently I've just been watching a lot of Welch's Concord Grape Juice. It's satisfactory until I get another CRT. So anyways, now moving on, we've got the first media shelf, 1 of 2, because I don't have a lot of stuff, because I'm not a hoarder, okay? This is where I keep everything that's not Xbox, because Xbox. We got some NES games, GameCube games, Wii games, DS games, 3DS games, Switch games. That's all the Nintendo stuff I have. Yes, I might say I'm Nintendo first, but that doesn't mean that I spend all of my money on Nintendo games. I'm not 12. Shout out to My Life in Gaming for the nail polish rack idea for holding loose Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, DS games. I saw it from Game Dave, who got it from My Life in Gaming. I don't really watch My Life in Gaming, I'm sorry. Then after the Nintendo stuff, we've got Sega Genesis, 1 Sega CD game, Sherlock Holmes Volume 2, complete in box. Oh yeah, I have never touched this. And then we've got the Sega Saturn, the NTSC stuff, which you know, probably not. I'm going for a full NTSC Saturn library. The reason there's only 3 games here is because 1, we just moved, and your boy don't have unlimited money, and 2, Saturn games are ridiculously hard to find, and I like making my purchases in person. Then we've got some Japanese Saturn games, because a while ago I made a trade with my Wii U stuff for a Saturn lot, got a nice action replay and whatnot. PS1, PS2, PSP, PS3, PS4. I'm not going to dive too much into the PS4, 2, 3 games, because you've all seen all of them. They're some of the most popular consoles of all time, so you don't need to have a deep dive into them. Down here we've got the Wii U games that I just didn't sell. I don't have a Wii U anymore, so I can't even play these. So that's cool. Then down at the bottom we've got the CDs. We do have 3 copies of Eminem's Revival. Long story why I have those. But yeah, I'm a bit of a music buff, a bit of a music nerd, you could say, a bit of a music if I might add. Then we've got the HDMI section where I've got all the HDMI stuff. Shocker, I know. We've got this nice little HDMI switcher down here, because when you have a bunch of bullshit, you need more bullshit to be able to use your bullshit. So I had that HD DVD, the HD-A2 from Toshiba. You know, if you know, you know. You know about HD DVD. Dead media, nobody used it, doesn't matter anymore, but I still like it. PS4 Slim, PS3 Slim, launch model Xbox One, which, oh man. And then another HD DVD player, the HD D3, and I have another one in the closet, the HD A3. Don't ask. Then down here we've got my little cassettes. Most of these were just like free or like 50 cents, so that's why I picked those up. That's where I hold my cassettes for now, not forever. Then over here we've got some rose-colored gaming handheld stands for the Game Boy Advance SP and the PSP. I saw Metal Jesus Rock's video on these, and I thought, wouldn't it be cool if I could get some of those, and they'll break in the near future because I abuse my collection all the time. And then down further, we've got all the rest of the consoles, the handhelds that I have. And if you notice a bunch of stickers on a bunch of my stuff, don't ask. We've got Media Shelf 2 of 2. Yeah, that's right, I've only got 2. I already explained. I was never really a fan of displaying boxes, but then when I got the opportunity to do it when we moved in here, I was like, yeah, I guess. So I did it. Some middle school basketball trophies. Yeah, I'm still attached to my middle school days. This is where all the Xbox stuff is, because this stuff is really cheap, and that's why I have a bunch of it. Then the DVD collection, which I really don't, most of these aren't mine. I fucking hate DVDs. But the Blu-ray collection, and I'll hop over here real quick. The Blu-ray collection, about 170 Blu-rays, because I love Blu-ray. I love the cases, and then obviously it's the superior video format. I mean, well, 4K UHD Blu-ray, but like I'm not that much of a. And then at the bottom we've got the HD DVDs. Now I've already explained HD DVDs, one of my favorite media because it's such a niche media to get, and I am going for every single one that was ever made. There's a little under 500. Then we've got the second shoe organizer for all the controllers and whatnot, because I'm not gonna have a little box or a drawer where I'm like, ooh, should I play this 7800 now? Then at the top we've got the record of the month, which turned into the record of the house, because I don't think I'm ever gonna change that, and that's fine with me. Then we've got the audio setup, a little Crosley C6, an Onkyo dual cassette deck, and then a 5-disc Sony CD changer. Rocking these Logitech speakers that have a subwoofer, because don't ever listen to the vinyl community when they're like, oh, you need this and this and this, and $500 is an entry-level turntable. Off. If I'm spending $500 on something, it better suck my. Then at the bottom we've got all the Pokemon cards, mostly just Sword and Shield sets, some of the special sets like Celebrations, and then some X and Y, I think. I don't know, I got into Pokemon cards in like 2021 and then kind of quickly fell out of them, but it was fun while it lasted. And then we've got the PC setup, super ghetto. Super ghetto. My monitor broke in the move, and I just don't have the money to get another one right now. Well, I do, I don't like spending money, so, you know. We got these M Audio studio monitors, and then an M Audio interface at the bottom. This is my PC. I think it's just like a stock Asus PC, but it was a really good deal. It's super powerful. It could run pretty much anything at certain, graphic levels. It doesn't have unlimited power or anything. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I do need to do some cable management because, my God, that is disgusting. And then we've got my Adventure Time, Gravity Falls, and SpongeBob DVDs. Those are some of my favorite shows of all time. Not a big TV show guy, but I do like the lore of both Adventure Time and Gravity Falls. And then the first 3 seasons of SpongeBob are some of the best animated television ever. That's why I'm playing Season 2, I think. I can't remember. This is my other CRT, which doesn't exactly have an excellent source of vitamin C, but it does play games pretty damn well. I know a lot of you have noticed this at Games Sega Genesis, and like, oh, wow, sir, why do you use that? And to that I say, I don't actually use that. That's just for display. My mom got me that for Christmas years ago because I asked for a bunch of retro consoles, and she was like, oh, here's a Sega Genesis at Kohl's. It's really cheap. And then if you're wondering why I'm not showing gameplay from either the NES, Genesis, or Sega CD, that's because I don't have an NES AC adapter, because I sold my SNES recently, and it had a dual AC adapter that had both SNES and NES, so I had to get rid of it. And then my Genesis is not plugged in because my Sega CD has a blown fuse, and I need to fix that, and I haven't had time to do it yet. It's a long story. So I hope you enjoyed that game room tour. Video's coming soon. I gotta edit, gotta write scripts and I have a life, okay? I don't do this full time. I'm not your typical content creator. I'm not Jay Schlatt scamming my fans into buying and then using that money to buy Lamborghinis, okay? Alright, subscribe. Sorry.